Hello, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Lovely to see you. Welcome to you here in the room. Welcome to you who are joining us online. Thank you very much for being there. Thanks for making us part of
Grazie.
the Agri-food Conference. And as you may well have spotted today, it's all about agri-digital. This is where we talk about digitalization, data sharing, what's happening, what could happen in the future, and how data sharing and digitalization will help the industry thrive. So we're talking today about empowering farmers through data session. And in true digital fashion, you'll be very pleased to know, if you've already been here, you'll be thrilled to know that we have our graphic recorder taking a note of all of your ideas as we go through today as well. Incidentally, who is here new today? Do we have any new people in the room? Welcome, welcome. Well, it's lovely to have you here. And who's been here for the whole 3 days? Well, so you can tell everyone where to go for coffee and everything like that. So it's great to have you here. And if you are joining us online for the first time as well, welcome to this digital day. Incidentally, if you're now wondering what's already been talked about, all of the materials will be shared at the end of the conference, so you'll be able to catch up on anything that you might have missed. So, talking today about digitalization, I wonder if you wouldn't mind getting out your phones for me. We're going to start this straight off with a bit of digital technology. So if you would get out your phones for me, that would be great. And we're going to give you a Slido code. So for those who are new in the room or indeed new online, we use Slido to communicate because of the size of the room, although today we'll be chatting in the room as well. So there should be, there it is, a Slido code there. Great. That's going to ask you a very simple question. We thought it would be good to find out who is in the room today. So that question is asking you, who do we have here? Who's in the room? Who's online as well? Do fill it in if you're watching online. So a quick Slido poll. I can see that most of the phones are now down, people tapping on their screens. Oh no, we still need another couple here. And we're asking you what your role is, what's your profession, what's your area of expertise. Now, it's not moving because people are not sure, it's moving as people vote. So what do we have? A lot of policymakers, other. A lot of research as well. Now, I love the fact that we're at 9% of tech experts. And I think that's fabulous because actually, if you're going to talk about digital things, yes, let's have the tech experts, but this is all about bringing the tech into everyone else's lives. So it's good actually that we have a lot of other people here rather than just the tech experts. Quick show of hands who the farmers are. Brilliant. Welcome, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. So all sorts of different people here to contribute with their thoughts and their feelings and their opinions on digitalization. We're going to try and keep this as practical as possible and how everything that's happening now within the sector can contribute to the wider sector as we move forward. We thought we'd start with a bit of an overview to put all this into context. So for our opening keynote this morning, please welcome the Deputy Director General of the JRC. Please welcome Salla Sastamonian. Thank you.
So, good morning, dear farmers, policymakers, tech experts, processors, and the other who are in the room this morning. I'm very grateful to be here in front of you today, indeed where all of us are meeting, because we can all learn from each other. Today we will discuss the part of the Agri-digital of this 3 days Agri-food conference. You will have 3 sessions, testimonies from the field coming after, then what we know, what is the progress so far, what we have made, how can we break the silos in this area between the systems, between the sectors, how we integrate and collaborate. So my name is Salla Saastamoinen. I'm the Deputy Director General from the Joint Research Centre of the European Commission, and I take the opportunity to bring the science and the research perspective to the discussion of today. I will focus mostly on the issues of data and related to matters, as that is one of the core when we go towards the digital transition. Indeed, the JRC has been the pioneer with the introduction of the space technologies using satellite images and navigation systems. In the implementation of the CAP, in more than 30 years ago, we started this, and quickly the European farmers were exposed to and they embraced those new technologies in their yearly declarations. This activity has since contributed to a more effective and efficient management of the CAP, and this was thanks to the provision of the broad range of solutions that enabled the availability of the digital tools and easy access to the Earth observation data as provided by the Copernicus program. Use of the digital land registers, drones, GPS, and machinery data, so data collected from various sources and by different sensors in agricultural machinery, and the speed that they have been adopted, that shows that the agricultural sector is actually very open to innovation. Think about that today, 97% of the new tractors are equipped with EGNOS, so the possibility to use the navigation data from the satellites. 70% of the new agricultural machine is equipped with the Galileo navigation, so the European system that we are bringing beside the GPS. So this is indeed going forward well. But naturally, like in any area, one can progress and even do better. So there remain certain challenges. Last year, in the JRC, we published a 93 edition of the report for the foresight, and that was also discussed in this conference. So just to recall some of the main points on this foresight approach dedicated to the digitalization of the agriculture. We studied the foresight methods on the long-term implications of the digital transition for farmers and rural communities. And what the research showed was that a successful digital transition equals to a very resilient, strategically autonomous and sustainable EU agriculture that's thriving also the rural areas. That means that the digital technologies, they do hold the promise for more efficient and sustainable food production and production also of biomaterials, which both then can significantly improve the quality of life. But the benefits are not guaranteed, and they are not guaranteed equally, and they are depending upon the implementation in the practice. And today, we look if these findings of the foresight report match with the direction of progress, so this implementation. And on this implementation, indeed, one of the core elements is the data-related issues. So it's crucial of getting the benefits from the digital transition. If we focus on that one, one of the challenges in implementing digitalization in agriculture concerns the quality of the data. So data is something which we call is noisy data, it's missing or biased. And at the Joint Research Centre, our scientists are working to tackle these issues relating to data and to develop innovative solutions. For instance, the JRC is delivering the Spatial Agricultural Information System, SAES system. That's a cutting-edge spatial database transforming our approach to the agricultural data storage and access. It's based on the collaborative approach, and thanks to that, the Spatial Agricultural Information System will set new standards on the data handling efficiency. For instance, our software supports scientists and decision makers to visualize large and complex agricultural datasets, including member states' integrated administrative and control systems. Second point is data sharing. Data sharing has a double purpose: to increase the farmers' knowledge and to improve the governance. The former aspect is related to improving the competitiveness and sustainability of the farming practices, and the latter to simplification and better use of the public money. In both cases, it's the interoperability of the data and cybersecurity are important aspects. If we look at the interoperability, that stands for capacity of merging data sets of different nature, just like the biophysical data and socioeconomic data, and it means also the merging or possibility to use different digital systems. And that again is something that we are focusing in the Joint Research Centre. We look solutions both at the farm levels and at the governmental levels. For example, we are working for a study to link the FADN data and geographic data from sources from the Earth observation and the land use data sets. And that way it makes it easier to combine and analyze then the different data types. Going over then to the cybersecurity, as these are risks that are particularly important if farmers are not aware of the best practices of securing their systems and data. The agricultural sector has been a target of cyber attacks, as any sector in the society. According to our studies, 55% of the farmers are reporting cyber attack last year. So more than a half have been targeted. So thus we need to focus on the AI assurance. That's critical in agriculture, where the AI systems are used to make the decisions to impact the crop yields, soil health and livestock health. We need to mitigate specific risks and focus on securing the infrastructure and human tools that are used in the agriculture. This means irrigation systems, distributed sensors, autonomous farm tractors and robots. Unfortunately, many systems still lack the adequate security solutions, making them vulnerable to such cyber threats. So more work is needed, since the cyber attacks means financial losses in practice. The average cost of data breach in agricultural sector is estimated to be close to $4 million globally, according to the Data Breach report from 2020. So the information from some years ago, still valid. The cyber attacks, they can also, let's say, one of their really downside is that they can comprise sensitive data, which is about the soil health, crop yields, livestock health. And that's naturally not only then the farming sector that's concerned, but the relevant various industries. So that's why in Europe we have, in our level, we have made a strategy. That's a European cybersecurity strategy. And on the basis which Cyber Resilience Act is developed. That is one of the issues where also the Joint Research Centre has provided the scientific and knowledge background. This regulation, once enacted, it would mandate a minimum set of cybersecurity requirements for all products with the digital component, and including those which are essential in the agricultural digitalization. As the world with the cyber threats evolves, it evolves also towards the artificial intelligence. So this means that we need the robust AI systems, and again, research and policy have to go hand in hand to go forward. There, the idea to tackle the cybersecurity is to prepare a secure by design digital revolution. And that secure by design digitalization also in the agricultural field. That will ensure that the AI-powered agricultural systems are developed and deployed, and they bring the trust and innovation, transparency, trust and innovation. So mentioning the AI, I will then mention one application that is also being used, and in that sense from the public administration, that means in European level for our colleagues, also in DG Agri. And that we developed then together with them. During last year's demonstrations relating to farming across Europe, there was a strong call to simplify the CAP. And the Commission was hearing that call. DG Agri, together we launched a survey with several open questions to gather information and the points of views from the field. The response was overwhelming. You might have already heard that it was more than 27,000 replies. And think about then when you are in a public administration and you need to handle 27,000 replies so that we will get the key points to develop the policies further. So that's when the AI last time then came into the service of the public administration, and that was called the GPT at JRC AI system that was trained with the materials available to help making that analysis. And what we got out then, I mean, we used the GPT at JRC as a secure means of not giving then the information also outside of this our European public administration. So what did we get? So some of the messages extracted from the analysis was that about 50% of the farmers still gather data on paper. So there's a way to go then to make that easier. This put in the paper is the use of pesticides, fertilizers, soils, or data related to the production. A second finding was that around 7% of the farmers see the use of digital tool as a solution to simplify and reduce administrative burden. So naturally that tells that there are other things to do, but that we will also, we have to be better in showing the advantages, and that our digital tools have to be something that is sufficiently simple, it can be so seen as a solution. Well, these two messages from the farmers we have taken, and we will build our future work so that we will achieve digital solutions that are more simple, that are trustworthy, and that bring the right information, so that they will help substantially also the farming sector in the digital transition. So today we can discuss what can be done throughout the day. I hope that you will have very inspiring discussions and the constructive last conference day. Thank you.
Salla, thank you. Don't go. Come and take a seat. Let's talk more about this. It gives me great pleasure now to welcome our Director for Strategy and Policy Analysis at the Directorate General for Agriculture and Rural Development. There you are, Catherine Galan-Lanel. Catherine, thank you very much. Come and join us. Good to see you. So, AI. Salla talked a lot about AI in her keynote. Does it excite you? Does it worry you? Does it inspire you? What do you think?
Yes, I'm very excited. Very excited, not just because I love technology and agriculture, but because I think that this can really help our farming sector. We've already seen that, and we will see that today, that there are already many concrete application and use of this technology. which I think we need to say will not replace, you
Right.
know, farmers' knowledge, the knowledge also of the advisors, so people. Like, in a way, we could say that we're not afraid in the Commission to use AI because we don't think that this is going to replace us. We will always need, you know, the human intelligence to contextualize, to make sure that this is relevant, and at the end, the decision will be made by us. There are many examples that we can give, in addition to what has been said by Salah, but let me just say that machine vision technology can help, you know, to help weeding in a way which is, you know, more precise. So reduce also the use of input, which is very important to protect our soil, our water, our natural resources. There is also the use of chatbots, obviously, which can be an additional service that can be provided to farmers or to their advisors.
So what you're saying is very, very much it's a service, it's a support, it's not a replacement by
No.
any means. Nothing is going to replace the on-the-ground knowledge, but it can support. Do you both fancy trying this out?
Yes, of
Should we
course.
have a go?
Yes.
Yeah. Are
Yes.
you confident? You're happy to have a go?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Shall
No
we?
risk, no fun.
Exactly. Okay, so let's have a go. Let's try out some of the AI and some of the tools that you've been developing here live. So what we're going to do is you will have heard possibly you've just heard about GPT at JRC. Now we're going to look at GPT at EC. So let's bring that up on screen so that you can see what it is that we're talking about. Fabulous, okay? There it is. So this is the opening screen, isn't it? The how can I help you? So this is the internal one that's been developed. So if we scroll down, so we can you see the chat box at the bottom where it says type your question? So I tell you what, let's ask it a question. Now, this one has not been developed specifically for farmers, has it? This is a lot more general.
No.
Okay, so what we're going to do is ask the question, I am a farmer growing wheat in a temperate region. My crops show yellowing leaves and stunted growth. We thought we'd start with quite a generic. I'm not going to ask you what to do.
I am an agronomist.
I was going to say, but the pair of you should know the answer to this anyway, I think. Salas, are you?
No, here I'm indeed really dependent of the AI.
Oh,
but
okay.
as we have the room full of experts, I'm sure we will get this collective information then here.
Let's see. Okay, let's put in the question. Can we see the screen back up behind us again? Where has it gone? There it is. There we go. Lovely. Thank you. All right, yeah, we've asked it for 3 main reasons that would cause this in a brief and concise way. Okay, ready? Should we find out?
Yes.
If we could hit search, please. We've got a team at the back doing this. So there we go. Whoa. Right. Do you mind scrolling to the top for us? Thank you. Right. What?
Nutrient
Yeah?
Sounds
Yeah? Water stress, diseases or pests? Okay, so let's just assume that we agree with that.
No, let's do a vote.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay.
So
yes, that would be good.
this is not a digital vote. This is a
This is an old-fashioned vote.
So how many of you think that would be a useful reply?
Is that useful? Raise your hands. Yeah, okay.
Sam?
Yeah. Okay,
Yes,
a quick raise of hands if you're going, actually, that's probably better and quicker than I thought. Yeah, all right. Let's now ask it then the key steps that would need to be taken to remedy this. Brilliant. If we could type that in, fabulous. Oh, in a brief and concise way. Yeah, we don't really want an essay here. Okay. We'll all be down on the fields doing this. Right, let's hit search. Whoa. That was quick. That's crazy quick. Right. Conduct a soil test. Assess water availability, inspect for pests and diseases. Okay, and it does go into a bit more detail. We did ask it to be quite concise. What are you thinking there?
Well, that's where, I mean, this, as you say, well, first of all, this is chat GPT at EC, so this is not, you know, this is not a dedicated tool, but that's interesting to see. And that's where you realize also that that's where you, I mean, with an advisor, with the local knowledge and the farmer's knowledge, you know, that can help immediately also to assess whether one of these options are more likely to be useful than others.
Yeah. Well, I think a quick show of hands in the room then. Again, raise your hands for me if you think, actually, yeah, that's not bad advice. It's okay. Yeah? Do you know what? There's a few faces going, yeah, I hate to admit it, but yeah. Do we have any... I was going to ask you this on Slido, but for the team at the back, I'm going to lose Slido on this one. I think we can just do it in the room. But do we have any farmers in the room? We do, don't we? Yeah. What do you think? The gentleman over there in the greenish jacket. Yes, no, yourself, sir. Yes, we can turn your microphone on. Yeah, lovely.
This is quite basic knowledge, but I'm quite impressed that it could take this so quickly.
Yeah, it's yeah. All right, I'm really going to put the team under pressure now, and they will have a real go at me later. But would you like to ask it a question?
I thought in practical I had taken a picture and then lost, because then it's more, because
Yeah.
you see you have three different options here, and they are totally different in ending, so that's maybe the weak thing with just adding this general question. So
Yeah.
but ask it what to do if it's lack of nutrients.
Okay, we're brilliant. What to do in case of lack of nutrients? Okay, let's hit reply, enter rather. Whoa. Yeah. You're smiling. Yes. Yeah, but you're right there. When you start to get into more depth, okay, where does it go there? You know, there'll be a lot of people in this room that are going to say, you know, is this going to start to be used for policy? Could this be useful for policymakers? I mean, what do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. I think in a way, we have already started to use that. Maybe I can say that this is the beginning, but we have already started. Salah mentioned this example of the farmer survey. I mean, we shouldn't undermine it. This is a very important subject for farmers, an important piece of work that we've been doing with that. And in a way, it's going to contribute to help us to make decisions when it comes to how we can simplify the common agricultural policy and more generally the regulatory environment for farmers. So that's the first thing. But there are many other ways we can also use it. So yes, we are open to use that in our decision-making process.
Do you want to ask it a question to sort of see what sort of policy answer it might come up with? Sorry, that's really putting you on the spot.
No,
Okay.
yes. Yes.
Right.
Well, I was... so we have to prepare this vision on agriculture and food, my team and myself, you know, and of course all the colleagues from DG Agri. So maybe we could ask, you know, the tool, the machine, whether, you know, there is any unconventional idea,
Right.
a concept or initiative that could be taken to help building a better future for agriculture and food.
Okay.
Something around that, so that maybe if the answer is, you know, interesting, we can use it when preparing the vision. Why not?
I love, right, so in a short sentence, propose a forward-thinking and unconventional, yeah, okay, brilliant. By the way, whoever is typing up there probably feels really under pressure with spelling mistakes, so thank you. We will forgive you anything. This is brilliant. An unconventional idea for the future of agriculture that challenges challenges the status quo or current thinking? Current assumptions.
Let's-
Brilliant.
Let's try.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Okay.
Oh my God. I take note, huh? Oh la la.
What?
Wow.
Okay. Is that the answer that basically says, yeah, we still need humans to do this?
That's good. That's what I wanted to demonstrate.
It's all right. You're both okay. It's fine. It's fine.
But interesting to reflect anyway.
On that, really, really interesting. And I love the fact that it instantly did it. But yeah, gosh, it's inspiring and scary, possibly in equal measures. Yeah. But yeah, Sala, final thought or?
Well, final thoughts. Maybe we need to also verbalize that really that just the digitalization and AI, that's a necessity. Yeah. Somehow to say it. I mean, it's somehow they're behind. I just wanted to say that loud because I mentioned the results of the survey were 7% that the digitalization will be helpful actually then in collecting. So somehow also for the farming sector to be on the same train as the rest of society, somehow saying that the digitalization is the necessity there. So that I think is one thing. But secondly, at the same time, and we see from these replies and also in the replies in the concrete shorter questions that the AI is not indeed replacing or beating the individual farmer or the humans. We need the farmer's intuition, which has developed over the years. So something indeed what looks here as a basic, naturally those who have been in the profession over the years have developed that, and that is very valuable information. But maybe with these kind of tools we can do some things faster and actually to bring this intuition level for everybody higher in the beginning. So I think that getting the local input and local feedback will be very important on this type of the development. And indeed, whether we would then trust the last one, it is then developing also this trustworthiness and understanding what the AI is bringing, that it is the servant in that sense. Our examples from the COVID times were that some regions and countries were using AI to share the patients between the hospitals, and people didn't believe it, that I would get it better there. So in that way it can influence even in the crisis situation if people do not trust actually then the advice that is coming. So that is something that I think at the third thing that we have to work. I mean, it's new for us. Think about the large language models. It's only a couple of years that we are working with this one. So taking time, but again, coming back to my first point, it is a necessity. So better build on it.
Better have it there than not.
Yes. And if I may,
Yeah.
let's, beyond AI, let's also embrace as policymaker what we would like to do also is that in addition to, the services it can render to our sector, to our farmers, let's also see how we can use that to make the life of our farmers simpler. And this is also what I would like to do in the context of the preparation of the vision, so that we don't forget, in addition to, many areas that we're going to address in relation with the CAP, the livestock, the generation renewal, and so on and so forth, that there is a dedicated, chapter there that says how we are going to use also these tools and technology to simplify the life of farmers. On a voluntary basis, of course, we need trust, consent of the farmers, but there is here a source of, simplification that is huge.
There is definitely something there. I hope you enjoyed that. Many, many thanks to you both, and also huge thanks to the team at the back that was typing away. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sala and Katarina, thank you.